But what I'm curious about is, where was your interest in products? Where did
Yeah.
that come from growing up as a kid if you were surrounded by tech?
So I don't know. I think where I really got introduced and interested in products was actually in college. I studied abroad twice in college. Once I studied in Shanghai and I had a summer internship working in manufacturing. And so working at a large manufacturing company. Um, Very interesting, like my first introduction to product. And then I studied abroad again in Copenhagen, in Denmark, very product centric, design centric, experience centric, but the polar opposite of the way China and Shanghai view product and product development. And it was those two, I think, experiences with design thinking, product innovation, all of those courses I was taking in Denmark coming together to make me understand how interesting the product world and product journey really can be.
So before going to China and Denmark, you had no interest in product?
I didn't really. I didn't really have any interest in product. Um, all the other kind of entrepreneurial endeavors I'd done were on the paid advertising side, but for content, not for physical goods.
How about your interest in travel?
Travel's always so it's interesting. So I was fortunate as a child. My parents loved to travel, and so we traveled all the time to interesting places. And I always loved like bringing home like trinkets from anywhere we went. So like physical products, anything interesting. So I love engaging with other cultures through product, which I think is also why I love food so much. I think you can learn so much about new cultures by engaging with kind of what they use in their day-to-day life, what they eat in day-to-day life. Um, and so that's always been interesting to me. I've never made that connection, but there's definitely something there.
Well, I have a theory for you, Matt.
Yeah.
I think I have a pretty accurate theory.
Yeah.
First of all, you love traveling because travel is experience, and that's what's been put in your DNA. You've been conditioned, as a kid, right? And those trinkets are the early products, which remind you the pleasure of travel. So now
Yes.
that now it's become the interest in the products that are sold, which is your main activity.
Yes.
But really, all it is it's just a reminder of how much you enjoy traveling. So product, you associated the products with the pleasure of travel. So that to me, as soon as you said you always brought trinkets.
Yeah. I just wrote this down. Yeah. I agree with you. I've
Yeah.
always loved like having those physical things it's also, I think they help mark moments in your life and memories.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
they bring back those feelings of where you were, what you were doing, who you were with. It's very interesting.
That's what it is. It's the memories, and the memories, of course, we are always fond of those memories during travels. Another thing that you associate with those memories and travels is music, right?
Yes.
So you always remember, this was the music when we were traveling back in, whenever, and we were doing this with. And I still, when I hear those musics that were always either from summer vacation, after high school or college or whatever, something inside of you moves, right? So you always
Yeah.
think, oh, it was such a great time. So that's what it is. So it's amazing how people keep those things that you can't pay enough money for it, right? Well, this
You
was
can't.
great, Matt. I love the conversation.